What's up, kings and queens? The basketball is back, and I've got three separate picks I'm going to share with you today. One on the NBA, two on the WNBA. If that sounds interesting, let's go.
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to you live from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice on the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.
Before we jump into the picks, quick shout out, Props Madness, the best tool you're going to find if you like betting on player props, gives you all the advanced data that you need. It's #1 in the game. Go ahead and check it out. You get a 7-day free trial, plus you'll get a juicy discount when you use the code DARF when you sign up. Second one is for projections. I use projections heavily in all my prop betting, and I go to RotoWire for all of mine. If you're interested in checking it out, I've got a link to that in the video description, and you get a nice discount when you use that code below. The third thing, out of transparency, I'm running most of these plays on Player Profit. If you haven't heard of Player Profit, it's pretty much where you get funded. It's very similar. They do it in foreign exchange, where you can buy yourself a juicy bankroll to play with. And I bought a $100,000 bankroll, and up $14,000 in the last 2 weeks, looking to run that thing up and to secure some money for myself. So if you've got a small bankroll, wishing you had a bigger one, I encourage you to check out Player Profit. I'll leave a link to that in the video description as well. Now let's get into it. We've got 3 different games, one in the NBA, 2 W games. We'll go to the NBA first. It's a blockbuster. We've got game 4 of the NBA Finals. The Pacers are up 2-1. That last game was absolutely poison for me to bet on. I was actually profitable in MLB, soccer, WNBA, and I got absolutely destroyed in the NBA. So I'm taking a little bit easy on the NBA today. No bitch-ass parlays. Those things are burning a hole in my pocket. But I'll take you through the main pick that I do have, and then I'm not going to over-explain anything else, because the truth is, I don't know what the hell's going to happen. It's going to be an entertaining game to watch, and I think we'll leave it at that. So if you have your own ideas on what a great bet is on this game in the NBA, drop it in the comment section and help other people eat. So the only player that I'm willing to bet on in this game is this man, TJ McConnell, and I'm running with his points plus assists today. It's been a bit of a wagon so far in this series, you could say. It's been cashing in every single game. He's been an absolute spark plug off the bench. We can see it so far in this series: 13, 17, and 15 points and assists. I'm taking the 11.5 at plus money. You know how I feel about plus money. He's over this line in 12 out of 19 games in the playoffs, averaging 12.7 points and assists per game. His minutes are relatively consistent. You can book him for 15 to 18 minutes. In the last game, he was brilliant. Taking the volume, getting a ton of assists, 5 assists there. Like, being honest with you, I liked his over 3.5 assists. I liked his 7.5 points. And whenever I feel that way, I kind of just put them both together. But have a look at his points, look at his assists, decide which one you like better if you can't get the points and assist line. But I'm liking what I'm seeing here for TJ McConnell. The Indiana Pacers bench is going to be crucial if they're going to be any chance in this one. And TJ McConnell sees heavy usage rate in the non-Halliburton minutes. He's been very effective in doing so. Everything kind of runs through him when Hallie's not on the court. So I'm liking TJ McConnell to just do what he has been doing. I'm not over-analyzing this. I'm not overthinking it. I'm like, if he plays 15 minutes, this is what TJ McConnell does, right? If we look at volume in these games, 6, 7, and 8 shots. He's been somewhat efficient, and thankfully he's playing at home again today, so expecting that efficiency to hold. In terms of his assists, 4 with 8 potentials, 6 with 10 potentials, 5 with 7 potentials. So he's not going to be a key focal point for OKC defensively. They'll let TJ McConnell do what he has been doing. They're going to have a lot of eyes on Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, Benedict Mathurin after the bullshit that he just pulled in that last game. Like, they've got a lot of weapons, this Indiana Pacers team. TJ McConnell's a bit of a sleeper. Kind of gets through his work, and at the end of the game, you check the boxer and like, shit, TJ went to work today. And hopefully TJ McConnell does that for us as well. There's a lot of pace within this game with the Pacers playing. OKC plays at a pretty fast pace as well. I think there'll be tons of opportunities for TJ McConnell to get this 11.5 points and assists. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It is what it is, right? But yeah, if you're right to win that play, go ahead and check it out. Let's get into the WNBA. 2 games in the W, Sky and the Dream, Wings and the Aces. Let's talk about the Sky and the Dream first. I'm going to do a slight pivot to what I normally do. So as you know, when I cap these games, I kind of try to get the game script in my mind first before I just start diving into player props. And for this Chicago Sky versus the Dream game, I had 2 thoughts. I think the Dream cover the spread, although I don't bet spreads much. But I think the game goes under, and I don't bet totals much. But we're looking at 159.5 total points, and that's where the bet is. I'm taking the under on the game total, under 159.5, and it's quite a low total for the W, but it makes a ton of sense. So Firstly, the Chicago Sky, their offense absolutely stinks. It's one of the worst offenses in the league. It's offensive, to be honest with you. God, you can tell I'm a dad with my shit jokes, but I do lean to the under there. I'm not leaning to the under. I'm betting the under here. What am I thinking? The Chicago Sky offense absolutely sucks. Like, not only does it suck, it's now missing Courtney Vandersloot. She tore ACL, unfortunately for her, and that's their main engine when it comes to their offense. 10 points per game, 5 assists per game, veteran point guard, and they don't really have a replacement for her. So I don't know if Angel Reese is going to light it up in terms of assists or whatever, but yeah, I don't know where the Chicago Sky is going to create and generate some offense from. They scored 66 points against the Liberty. That was a blowout. The Liberty took their foot off the gas late in that game, and the Liberty also played a very fast pace. Whereas up against the Atlanta Dream today, and the Dream, with the old big bodies that they got, they play with one of the slowest paces in the league. More on the Sky offense, actually. I would say the only strong point to their offense is the fact that they've got Angel Reese and Cardoso, who are relatively big for their positions, and so their size is their strength. The Atlanta Dream have Brittany Griner. They don't make many women bigger than her in the WNBA. And Breonna Jones. They don't make many women wider than her. So I think the Dream have them covered in terms of size. I think this is going to be a half-court game. I don't think we see a shootout here. Both teams really struggling to shoot, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I'm liking the under here. This game honestly reminds me of a time when I was out drinking with the boys. This was back when I was a lot younger. Barbecue, drinks, beers, smoking, drinking all night long. And I don't know if you've been to one of these parties before, but people tend to like ash their cigarettes into like an empty beer can. And I know I'm not the only person to do this, so I'm not afraid to admit it. But, there's been a few occasions where I've had a little bit too many. And sometimes you drink from that beer can with a whole lot of ash in it, and then you spit everywhere and you vomit. And that's the type of game that I'm expecting. I'm thinking it's going to be absolutely disgusting. It's going to taste like cigarettes in our mouth. Betting the under here. Initially, I was going to like hunt which player do I want to bet under, and I was like, I'm not too sure. But if I'm thinking the whole game script is under, why not just bet the total? So making a pivot on what we normally do, I'm just betting the under. Hope it's a shit game, and then we move. Speaking of moving, we've got the Wings versus the Aces. On to the last one here. And the Aces, the big news here is that A'ja Wilson, she may not play. I think she's really unlikely to play, to be honest. Her nose all busted up. She's not even listed in their starting lineup at the moment. So I'm going with the idea that she doesn't play because all the lines on here for the Aces, they hint that she's not going to play. Jackie Young's point lines are normally about 15, 16 when A'ja Wilson's there. Jewel Lloyd, her point line was like 10 or 11. Chelsea Gray normally sits at around 11.5 too. So I think the odds makers are assuming A'ja Wilson doesn't play either. So I'm going to roll with that. But my thought process on this game, I got a very high total. We're looking at 170, I believe, 170.5. The Aces have a 6-point spread favorites against the Dallas Wings. And I get it. The Dallas Wings are an awful basketball team at the moment, but the Aces aren't much better. Like, both of these teams suck. I think Dallas can keep this game close. I think they can compete, and I think there's going to be a lot of points. So this game smells like overs. This is not a game for unders, I think, unless we're betting on Jewel Lloyd, of course. But where overs are available, I'm leaning that way. So the one that I'm taking here is Chelsea Gray. I'm taking her for over 1.53 pointers made. I was tossing up taking her points, but I think they're both good looks anyway. But let me explain this to you. She's over the 3-point line in 6 out of 8 games this season, averaging 2.53 pointers made. Now, Chelsea Gray, 61% of her points come from the 3-point line. She's heavily reliant on making 3-pointers and taking 3-pointers. She's averaging 5.5 attempts per game this season. But through the season, she's out the window, right? I'm working with the angle here that A'ja Wilson doesn't play. And I don't know if you watched that Sparks game, but A'ja Wilson only missed the fourth quarter. And in that fourth quarter, tons of volume. Just Chelsea Gray in general in that game, so tons of volume. Check this out. 11 3-pointers attempted in that game against the Spark. A'ja Wilson was off. Chelsea Gray just letting shit fly. So the volume was brilliant from her. I'm not saying she takes 11 threes here, but I think she's going to do more than 5 to 6 3-pointers, like based on her season average. I think she takes more than her season average, even though A'ja Wilson. They've got to find an extra 20 points, and I think Chelsea Gray is going to have to get aggressive with it. My thought was like assist wise, she is the point guard, but her assist rate has been awful this season, and that's partly because she doesn't have many people to pass to apart from Jackie Young and Asia Wilson. And with Asia not here, I don't know who Chelsea Gray is going to dime up to. So I did consider the under in her assists, the 5.5. I will be clear around that. She's gone under that in 7 out of 8 games this season. I think this line is way too high. No Asia, who's she diming up to? Like, it can't all just be her or Jackie Young. So that's definitely one lean that I had, but I'm hunting over here. So I like her to make some 3-pointers. The other call out here is in that fourth quarter against the Los Angeles Spark, we saw Jackie Young go crazy. Not only did Jackie Young go crazy scoring the ball, her usage rate was sky high, but she had a lot of potential assists. So in that last game, Jackie Young had 15 potential assists. In that fourth quarter, she had 6 potential assists. I do want to bet the over on Jackie Young's assists, but the lines for it are absolutely disgusting. Like the juice to the gills. It will move to 5.5, I would assume. And I'd still look at the over there, to be honest. But I think someone who's going to be a big recipient here is Chelsea Gray. So she's scoring a lot as a spot-up shooter, but that's only 39% of her points. But she does take a lot of these threes in transition. She takes these threes off the dribble. Chelsea Gray doesn't have the speed to really break down somebody one-on-one, although she has a quick release, and she's not afraid to let it fly. So I'm rolling with the over 1.5 3-pointers made for Chelsea Gray. The close second is my favorite bets would be Chelsea Gray under her assists, but Jackie Young to just fill it up. Points and assists, I think they both look good. But even a points and assists line, now it's available. This wasn't available when I was putting my bets through. So Jackie Young over 25.5 points and assists, that's definitely something I'd entertain as well. I like the look of that. Looking at the girls in Dallas, I'm not interested in that. Like, between Paige and Arike, I don't know who's going to do what. Like, Paige scored 35 in the last game. Arike sucked. Like, they're both extremely inconsistent when it comes to scoring, when it comes to passing. I don't want any piece of that. Dejanay Carrington could be interested here. That could be a very interesting look, actually. Dejanay Carrington over 11.5. But we've got a lot of time. That game starts at midday for me. I'll dive a little bit deeper into more plays tomorrow. And for everybody who's on my winnable, you'll get every single bet that I take. So as of late, we've been winning 3 out of the last 4 days. WNBA is starting it a little bit more profitable. The MLB surprisingly started to become profitable for me. And even the odd soccer bet that I've been putting out, that's been winning too. So everything is starting to look a little bit better. We've got a lot of work to do though, so we're not going to go off and celebrate too early. But my final word to you, it is what it always is. I wish you the absolute best of luck if you're putting some bets down on this upcoming slate. If you're interested in enhancing your skills in betting and you want to learn everything I know, check out the school community that I have. It's called the Daft Collective, where I've created 15 different videos on all the different ways that I like to bet. And I try to teach you everything I absolutely know. Plus, we have a coaching session every single week. Feel free to check that out. It comes with a 7-day free trial as well. But I wish you guys the absolute best. If you're betting on this upcoming slate, I need some luck too. So make sure you're wishing me some. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to you live from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice and the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.